you guys? Welcome back to a What Annoyed Kenya. We're doing a What Annoyed Kenya because I'm annoyed. I am simply fucking annoyed. The first thing I want to discuss is Keke Palmer and her baby daddy Darius Jackson. So, about a week ago, it came out that Keke Palmer was filing for full custody of her son with Darius Jackson, and then about an hour later, we find out that Keke Palmer was filing a restraining order against Darius Jackson because she said that he hit her. There's just something so disheartening about the fact that so many women deal with domestic violence. You want to know something that kind of like radicalized me in a way, or kind of really opened my eyes to the violence that women face? Over on my Lily Reads book channel, I did a video reading memoirs. I read Viola Davis' memoir, I read Will Smith's memoir, and I read Ashley Ford's memoir. And in all three of those memoirs, the thing they had in common was that their dads beat their mothers, or in Ashley's case, a father figure in her life beat her mother. And I'm just like, wow. If I read three memoirs from three people, all from different walks of life, Will Smith grew up middle class, Viola Davis grew up poor, Ashley grew up in the early 2000s, 90s. Really, yeah, 90s. So all of these people from different walks of life at different times, and the thing they have in common is seeing their mother get beat. What does that say? It says that looking at the sample size, a lot of women have been abused by their intimate partners. And this is not something that I can just say is a one-off thing. This is the reality for a lot of Black women in this world. And it's so unfortunate because a lot of the stuff that we are programmed to believe by a lot of people who talk about Black culture and Black family is always this idea: we need to protect the Black man. We need to protect the Black family. We don't need to get a divorce. You have so many people speaking about Jada Pinkett Smith and how she makes the Black family look bad, and she makes Black people look bad, and Black marriage look bad. And it's just like, why do we not have the conversation about what's really going on in the home? Why are we not discussing that a lot of these Black men who talk about how Black women are ruining Black families, how a lot of them have seen their Black fathers beat their Black mothers, belittle their Black mothers, not support their Black mothers, not give finances to their Black mothers, manipulate, be conniving, be evil, be liars to their Black mothers, because that also plays into cheating. A lot of times we talk about cheating as just something like, oh, these niggas cheat, and it's used as tongue in cheek. But no one discusses how traumatic being cheated on can be. No one talks about the manipulation, the lying, the stealing, all of it that goes into being cheated on. The lack of trust, the breaking of that trust, what that does to a family, what that does to a woman, and how that's another form of abuse. How that is another form of abuse. You have men who cheat on their wives and then have babies with other women, and no one talks about that. And then you're rewarded if you stay with this man. You're rewarded if you stay with this man. No one talks about that. No one talks about how Black men are putting Black women through so much shit. And then somehow Black women are being held responsible for the breaking up of the Black family. But when you look at the memoirs I was reading, it showed me that the Black family, this idea of unity, this we need to go back to how our grandmas lived, we need to go back to that, y'all don't cook, y'all don't clean, y'all don't do this, is a facade. It is a facade. And that's why, I know I keep talking about Jada, but y'all gonna have to stay with me. That's why it is so important for women like Jada, for women who have been married, for women who are married to come out and discuss their truth. To talk about the truth of Black marriage. To talk about the truth a black partnership, to talk about being abused, to talk about being cheated on, to talk about all this. That's why Beyonce's Lemonade is also an important album. It is so important to talk about what is going on in these black households, because for so long the facade was the goal. The goal was to be able to go outside and present like everything is well. Like everything is well, everything is fine. And if you do that, you have won. If everyone else believes that your family is the pinnacle of black success, then you have accomplished something. But no one cares about what is going on behind closed doors. And what is left are the kids who have to witness the abuse, who have to witness their mother crying because their daddy don't come home, who have to witness their mother have to take in these illegitimate kids that these men have with these other women, who have to sit there and take seeing their mothers beaten by their fathers. What type of human being are you when you go out into the world, when that is the household that you come up in? And then people reward your mother for staying, for not talking about it, for enduring. What is that? And that's why you cannot talk to me about the black family. You cannot talk to me about wanting to preserve the black family in the way that it has been. You cannot talk to me about how we need to uplift black men when it comes to black marriages and black family and role. You cannot talk to me about that until we have the conversation about how black women are being treated in the home. I'm willing to have a conversation about the beauty in black relationships, the beauty in black love, the beauty in black marriage, the beauty in creating black children. I am willing to talk about all those things. My man is black. I am willing to talk about all of those things because I think black love can be beautiful. But I am not willing to have that conversation when black women are being beat. I'm just simply not. I don't entertain it. I don't entertain the black love bullshit. I don't, because you're not having a conversation about what black women are doing in order to be seen as black love. And then when you do have these conversations about how black women are being cheated on, beaten, and all of this stuff, the black men are still praised. That's something that kind of bothered me about Will Smith and Viola Davis's memoir. It didn't bother me. It just showed how black men get to evade accountability so easily. In both Viola Davis and Will Smith's memoirs, they end their memoirs both having a deep affection for their father. Ashley Ford as well. Ashley Ford's dad went to jail for sexually assault. He raped someone, and that's what he went to jail for. And she still ends her memoir having a deep affection for him. And that's not me blaming any of them, because when you are a child and all you want is someone to love you, all you have is your parents. All you have is this affinity for your parents. So of course, you're not going to be able to just shut them off and just be like, they're a terrible person. You're going to always worship them in a way because that's your parents, and that's something a lot of people deal with. Like, you have people who literally didn't know their daddies. Daddy never came to see him. Daddy left to get milk, never came back, and they still worship their fathers. So but that just comes from this idea that we allow black men not to have accountability for what happens in the black home. Everything is in spite of them and not because of them. Is that what I want to say? Yes. Like, if you would have just poured into the black man, this wouldn't have happened. Instead of saying, no, because of the way this black man was raised in his toxic home, he went out into the world and started another toxic home, and that's why this is bad. But everything is in spite of him. In spite of him. You just didn't pour into him. You just didn't do this. And that's why this is. And it's just like, I can't do it. I can't have that conversation. And a huge part of that conversation lacks accountability. Black women are held so accountable. That's how we get to the sexy red stuff. People saying sexy red is making black women look bad. Rap music making black women look bad. Black women. And it's just like, black women are held so accountable for everything that is wrong in the black community. And black men are not. They are never the reason why things are. And the thing is, I don't want anyone to necessarily be heavily blamed. That's the thing. I don't want to sit here and point fingers at anyone, because a lot of what we're talking about is a systemic issue. A lot of the violence that is inflicted on our community by black men is because they grew up in violent households. They didn't have the tools. They don't have the tools. They don't have the education. They don't have the money. They don't have the this. They don't have the that. Like how there's so many things that play into why the black household is the way we are. So I don't want to point fingers at anyone. I want to have a constructive conversation about why things are, and then we can move forward. But then when it comes to black women, it's such the blame game. Let's blame black women for why this is and why that is. And it's just like, why y'all never to blame? If we gonna play the game, why you never get to be a participant? Why is the gun never on you? You want to know the reason why black men don't speak up when other black men are harassing a woman or doing this? Because they're also scared of black men. So you mean to tell me you as a black man know that other black men are dangerous when it comes to community, in our community, and what they will do to us in our community, and you wonder why black women, you saying black women the issue, when you know that there's a violence problem. There's a violence problem. You know this. This is my own tea. A family friend of mine who like literally was a part of me growing up, her daughter's boyfriend killed her brother, and another person. She left. I think she got shot. No, she got shot, the girlfriend, but she lived. But her mother and her brother are dead. And he's in court sitting up here being like, I did it in self-defense. You killed her 70-year-old mother in self-defense. But that's the reality. That's the reality. Did y'all see what happened in, I think, Louisiana? I don't remember the place. This man burned down his baby mama's house with their kids in it and killed all the kids. She had already filed a police report against him. This is the reality. This is the reality. This is not just made up Twitter bullshit. Black women and black kids are in very vulnerable situation because femicide is at an all-time high, child abuse is at an all-time high, and the violence against black people from other black men is at an all-time high. We are all afraid. We cannot, and then I don't want this is by the way, this is barbecue talk, because when you get to talking about this, people act like you're saying that black men are scary, and that is not what I'm trying to say. That is not what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is there's an issue. There's a violence issue. And when we sit up here and we put these men on these pedestals, look at the NFL, look at the NBA, Kevin Porter Jr., look at it. Look at it. Look at Jonathan Majors, look at it. Look at what these men are doing. It's disheartening. It's disheartening. Jada Pinkett said in her memoir she was abused. It is so hard to read a memoir by a black woman where she doesn't say she was abused. It is hard to read a memoir where someone is black and they don't say some woman in their family was abused sexually or physically or both. And that's the history. And so let's work through that. And so when this Keke Palmer stuff comes and I see people making jokes about it, it's not funny. It's not funny. Darius Jackson was a registered gun owner. He could kill her. He lunged for her neck. He could strangle her. It's not funny. It's not funny. I don't even like that I knew betters. I knew he was crazy. No, you didn't, because you don't know these people. What we need to do is start having conversation, but so many people are in such a fucking pissing contest. To prove they knew something, or y'all just this, y'all just hate men. I hate these gender wars, and we need to have a real conversation. Or more of us are going to die. And then the people who grew up in these toxic households, who leave their household and then go inflict that toxicness onto other people, y'all are going to end up in jail. And that's more people in jail. It's a problem. I don't want to see black men in jail, and I don't want to see black women dead. It's a problem for both of us. I don't want to see it. And it just frustrates me. The conversation about domestic violence, the conversation about black families, it's disheartening. It really, really is. And it makes me emotional because people are dying. People are really, really dying. And it makes you never want to get in a relationship with a man, period. And let's be clear, this is across the board. Because before somebody come in the comments, white people killing each other, oh, baby, they got to take care of that with them. Because you are 100% correct. The domestic violence, the femicide going on with white people is also at an all-time high. It's insane. It's insane. Someone even said a white man lose his job, shoot up his whole family. Did y'all see that judge? That judge that shot and killed his wife? Yeah, they're insane too. And so, we got to do better when we talk about domestic violence. And we have to talk about how much of a reality is and what is really domestic violence. Because I don't only want to discuss physical violence. I want to discuss cheating, lying, scheming. All of that is violence inflicted on someone who loves you, who cares about you. You don't do that. There's so much trauma involved in that. That is violence. You are fucking that person up in the head. So it frustrates me. But I wish Keke Palmer all the best. I want to say this and leave it on this. When Darius Jackson did that thing where he was talking about the whole Usher thing and he was trying to embarrass Keke Palmer, I said this on my Kenya Has Thoughts on my YouTube channel. Nobody who cares about you does this. No one who loves you wants to embarrass you. Nobody who loves you wants to embarrass you. Darius Jackson's whole goal when he made that post about the Usher was to get internet strangers to read Keke Palmer to filth. And it went another way for him. But he knew exactly the people he could get on his side. He knew he was going to get nixels on his side. The people who believe that black men are just so targeted by black women and they're not appreciated by black women. He knew who he was going to get on his side. And I want you to be very careful what you brush off. What you brush off and just be like, that's their business. That's their business. Because usually where there's smoke, there's fire. Where there's smoke, there's fire. There's just certain things that you do not do. That you simply do not do. And that was that. That was weird behavior, and I said it then. I said it then. Of course, I could have never known he was doing what he was doing behind closed doors. But what I'm saying is the people who are defending it, be careful what you're defending. Be careful what you think is just normal and cool. Because a lot of people are in very compromising positions. And a lot of times, a lot of people just need a hug. They need someone to care. They need someone to pour into them. And when you sit up here and belittle people, it's a lot. Another thing I kind of want to say is like, kind of fuck Essence a little bit. Essence magazine. Essence put out a whole thing like showing Keke Palmer support and all this stuff. Where was this shit for Meg? Where was this shit for Meg? Where was this shit for Meg? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you can't do both. That's what you should have did. Y'all not about to sit up here and act like y'all didn't show y'all asses. Not Essence in particular, but like, Meg needed support from major publications and she did not get it. And that's what kills me. I was not supposed to stay on this for 20 damn minutes. That's what kills me. People sitting up here acting like Meg is lying on Tory and all this stuff, as if the track record don't show that black women are being abused by black men. Like, we sit up here and talk about women lying as if that's the precedent. As if that's the precedent. What? The precedent is that people are getting their ass whooped by their intimate partners. That's the precedent. So to sit up here and act like it is just taboo, all y'all make me sick. All y'all make me sick. This is a conspiracy. This is a scheme set up by Todd. Like, y'all are just all running around lying in order to project a certain image. And that image is rooted in misogyny. I fucking hate it. Let's move on. Lori Harvey and the dude from Snowfall. I know his name is Damson Idris, but the dude from Snowfall flows off the tongue. They have broken up. I am so tired of Lori Harvey discourse. I am really, really tired. I do not find Lori Harvey dating discourse to be interesting. I think the people who like Lori Harvey dating discourse the most It's the people who live vicariously through internet celebrities. Lori Harvey has a boyfriend a year. A boyfriend a year. The most famous of the boyfriends is what? Michael B. Jordan. If you say she dated Diddy, maybe Diddy, but Diddy is running around with Carisha. So, like, is that a prize? Like, it just is very uninteresting. But people who ain't doing no dating themselves, or at least not niggas nobody want, get so, like, into the discourse of Lori Harvey, and I think it is so bizarre. I just think the Lori Harvey topic of discussion is so damn boring. But the biggest thing about it is you got women who just need to admit that they're jealous of Lori Harvey. There are some women who sit at home and live vicariously through other people because that's the only living that they do. And they get really, really upset when they think other women are throwing away opportunities that they would love. You would love to have the pickings of Lori Harvey. So when Lori Harvey discards of these men, it deeply hurts you. It deeply hurts you because you don't get the picks. You don't get the picks. No one ever likes you. And so you're just like, she sucks. She sucks. She's disgusting. She's a hoe. She's a this. She's a that. And it's just like, you're just jealous. And like, is niggas really something to be jealous of somebody over? Is this really something to be jealous of somebody over? Then you also get the women who tell other women they shouldn't move like Lori Harvey. Like, y'all ugly, so y'all can't move like Lori Harvey. Breaking up with niggas? We can't break up. Y'all strict. Y'all strict. We can't break up with niggas? Is that what you telling me now? That's what you telling me now, that we should just get the crumbs that are offered to us because what? Lori Harvey is beautiful? I don't know if you ever seen me, but I'm cute too, boo. Like, what? And you cute too, and she probably cute too. You can all break up with niggas if shit ain't working. If shit ain't working, I always say this, and you can go check my Carfax. I love a divorced woman. I love a baby mama who got 3 baby daddies. I love a woman who a failed engagement. Oh, I love a woman with a failed engagement. I love women who leave. My favorite thing is a woman who leaves. I think so many people, specifically black women, are in bad situations, not because they think they deserve the bad situations, but because they do not believe that there is something better on the other side of their situation. And they are so deeply afraid. So when I see women who constantly try that shit again, well, this didn't work out, let me try that shit again. Oh, you say nobody want to be with a baby mama? I'm going to prove you that somebody will be. Somebody will be with a baby mama. Somebody is going to marry me even though I've been divorced 2 times. Somebody is. I love it. Because it just rests on this idea that I firmly believe in. You can always start over. You are in control of your own destiny. You can always start over. You can always have a different tomorrow. It's the reason why I love Tia. That's another thing. What annoyed Kid 3? The way y'all treat Tia. The way y'all treat Tia, even how everyone was acting with the freakum dress jumpsuit, is 100% rooted in y'all having this weird thing about the fact that she's not with that man. Even the people who don't know that's why they're doing it, that's what they're doing. It brings me to another thing. A lot of the women on the internet literally follow the personality of the men on the internet and don't even realize it. The reason why you are going so hard at Tia right now is not because you mad that she did freakum dress in a jumpsuit. It's because you listening to these niggas too much. You see them clowning Tia so much, and you might not be a part of it. You might think, wow, they're clowning Tia. That's weird. But that, like, your subconscious is picking up on that, and you're low-key agreeing with them. And so when it's time to clown Tia for something else, that's when you get your rocks off at Tia. That's when you sit here and you drag her. Because I'm just like, that pantsuit was not all that. But because men have been dragging Tia and the pick-me church ladies have been dragging Tia, you now feel comfortable doing it too. You're now falling in line. A lot of people fall prey to misogynistic tactics and don't even realize it. They do not even, it's just no different than women being mad at Jada. You have fallen victim to misogynistic tactics and you do not even realize it. You do not even realize that you're lost in the sauce, that you are not thinking for yourself. You are not thinking for yourself. You are being led by misogynistic men online. a pathetic thing to see. The worst thing I see in a woman is when I just know that niggas be all in her head. Niggas be all in her head. That's no different than the women who are being like, Keke Palmer shouldn't have been dancing on Usher. I wouldn't dance in front of Usher if I had a man. Like, ooh, niggas all in the mind. Niggas all in the mind, because that don't even make no damn sense. Another thing that got niggas all in the mind. So, did y'all see that video where them people was at like a basketball game, hockey game? I don't give a shit. And that girl was twerking behind their back. Like, she was like on the screen behind them, twerking. Niggas on the brain. All of y'all became the most weird, like, we gotta tap that ass together. We both taking that girl home. We both, I'ma fuck her. We both can fuck her. I'ma turn around and look. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Why do you feel the need to get online and prove that you are such a girl's man? I am such a girl's man. Like, we both can have sex with her. We both can have a threesome. Your man will never, and listen to me, God, your man will never see you dancing with Usher down at the residency and get online and be like, I don't care if my girl dance with Usher. We'll both fuck Usher. He'll never do it. He'll never do it because there is not this pressure put on men to sit here and act like they are okay. They are okay with their woman being sexual with another woman. It is only put on women to have to perform this, to have to perform like they are just so okay with their man looking at other women and looking. It's a defeatist attitude. I'm so sorry. No. I do not want my man to be staring at another woman twerk. Unless we at a strip club together. But like, if I'm sitting at a basketball game and my man just staring at some girl ass, I'm gonna tell him to go home with her. Go home with her since you like her so much. Go home with her. And there's no beef with her. It's him. You done lost your fucking mind. But y'all get on the internet and sit up here, and I love a big ass and some big titties just as much as the fucking next person. But I'm not about to sit up here and act like I'm taking stranger pussy home to appease a man. To sit up here and act like I'm such a girl's man. That I'm so down. I'm such a cool girl. Please. Please. I will not be having sex with stranger pussy for some goddamn man. But y'all sit up here and do that because y'all are so conditioned. Y'all are so conditioned to that's how a good woman will act. I'm not like these stuck-up women. I'm not like none of these other stuck-up women. You can do whatever you want. We both love big asses. That's not the point. The point is not loving big asses. And then when a lot of people be like, well, what if I'm bisexual? You're just feeding into biphobia. This idea that bisexual people do not have any respect for their relationships, that's just simply biphobia. This idea that because we both have sex with people who are outside of our gender, we have no problem having sex with other people. That's just biphobia. That somehow bi relationships don't have to be rooted in commitment, faithfulness, and loyalty. That's all that is. That's all that is. Rooted in that. Like, just because you're bi does not mean you want to have sex with any fucking woman. Or you're okay with your man requesting a threesome because you bi. That just feeds into biphobia. Because that's just not the case. That is the case for some people. And y'all just poly if that's the case. But that's just not the case for just being bi. Like, and then who to say stranger pussy want y'all? Who to say stranger pussy even want y'all? Why are y'all objectifying this girl who just having a good damn time? It's weird. Y'all are weird. Y'all are weird. Y'all are weird. But the cool girl shtick, cut it out. Who are y'all fooling? Who are y'all fooling? Y'all go through y'all man phone. Your man can't like shit on Instagram. All this, but all of a sudden y'all taking stranger pussy home. You just want everybody on the internet to be like, you so cool. She's so down. That's a bitch. That's a freak bitch right there. That's a freak bitch right there. Shut the fuck up. Like, y'all lame. Y'all are lame. Like, who are you doing this for? That's what annoyed Kenya. I don't know. I'm on one today and I don't even know why. But y'all be bothering me. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.